What's up, guys? It's me, Daxer, and as you probably noticed already, I've already gotten a haircut and stuff like that. But that's really not important. Um, Today, I'm actually going to talk about a little something more serious. I usually don't really talk about these kind of stuff, but I find that it's very important for other people to actually know how to, as you probably saw in the title, get big and like how to get what you really want in life. And I can say this that I had one, or I have had several, but I have two big goals in my life, and one of them was to get in shape. And when I was a little kid, I was a little bit too. I was fat, and I did not look good. And when I was in the seventh grade, I decided that I did not want that life anymore. I did not really. I did not want to be this guy. I didn't. When I was playing handball, I was a goalkeeper, and it was hard for me because when we were going out in the woods and we were going to run, I was the last kid. I had to run less than everybody else because I was so slow, and that's not fun. It was annoying. My trainer seriously bullied me because of that, and it was not fun. So I decided that I was going to get rid of that, and I was going to get in shape, and I was going to prove a point. I was going to get better and with my life and stuff like that. And that I did that. I set a goal. I set a goal. I was going to get in shape. I was going to get better. I was going to get to the top. I was going to be best. And I'm really glad that I did that. Because in the seventh grade, in the beginning of seventh grade, I started to work out more than just with handball, and I did stuff to change my life. I changed how I ate. I didn't drink any Coke. I didn't eat any candy, and I stopped with everything. I didn't even drink like sodas. I've stopped everything that was unhealthy for me, and that made a big change. Not only that, and then I had my first girlfriend, and that was a pretty big step. That was like later, and it was like 3 months later, I got a girlfriend, and that was my first real relationship. And I stopped working out a little bit because of that, because it took a little bit of time. And then when we broke up, I realized that, wow, okay, so that was my first relationship, and that was a little bit. That was like, I grew. That's what I did. And when I grew, I noticed that if you want something in life, you need to work for it. And in that relationship, I knew what I had to do to keep it, but I didn't want to do it because I wasn't mature enough to do it. And the same about her. And because we were in seventh grade, we were not like, we were kids still. So what did you expect? But then after that, I broke up that relationship like 3 or 4 months later. It was like a serious relationship, if you say like that. It was like 3 4 months in the seventh grade. It's somewhat serious. I don't know really. If I look back at it now, it's but oh well. And when I continue to work out, I continue with my old habitats. And with the old habitat, I mean like when I didn't eat anything like candy or stuff like that. And I actually continue to train, and I kept running, and I kept trying to beat my old high schools. I tried to improve myself in school. I tried to show the training teacher or PA teacher, whatever you call it. I tried to show her like how to. This is kind of noisy. How I was going to evolve and how I did it. My brother was older than me. He had never been a fat kid, or like, if you know, he got never got bullied because of that, and that was. It was something I really wanted. I wanted to get as good as him. It was like, oh, yeah, I wanted that. Like, and on this summer, between the seventh grade and the eighth grade, me and my friend, my best friend, he's called Johan Anderson, actually, if you want the full name, and we trained the whole summer together, and he is a very good role model if you look at it on some perspective, not all perspectives, but he was a role model in all perspectives. But when I was a kid, he got driven over by a lawnmower, and he lost his kneecap and stuff in his leg, which made it stop growing. And he was, I don't really remember the age, but he was a little kid. It was like, I think it was 8 or something like that, 8 or 7, and he lost the most of his like knee, and they had to give him an operation. I have a video of it. I will put in a video right now. And that made him, as you probably just saw, get like big metal things in his leg. And before this, he didn't. And he had like, I'm not kidding when I'm saying that he had 9 centimeters difference between his both legs. So he had the bottom of the shoe was like this much bigger than the other one. And he trained with me, and we were exercising, we were running in the woods, we were doing like everything, and I got better. Well, he helped me a lot, and he's one of my only friends that actually helped me in that state. And because I already had set my goal to reach this point, I was training so hard, and when I went later, at the summer, because I was doing all these stuffs, I was getting more and more mature, and that meant that I was going to, when you come in your mature level or mature age or something like that, you grow. You get a little bit taller, you get like a little bit more buff, you have easier to gain strength and stuff like that. And I grew, and then because I trained, I lost weight. So I turned from being a little fat kid into a very, I can say, muscular guy. And I was not muscular like on the. It took time, but when I came back. My girlfriend did not really. She wasn't my girlfriend right there, but the one I have today. She told me that she didn't really remember me because how I changed, and who like. Did this guy go in my class before? And stuff like that, because I looked a lot more different. Because I was going from this, I grew, I think it was 13 centimeters, something like that. No, wait, 8 or 9, I think it was 9. 9 centimeters under that summer, under the summer. 9 centimeters under the summer, that's quite a lot. So, 9 centimeters is, as I said, a lot. So, and because I trained, I lost most of my stuff. And if I wouldn't have set my goal when I was going to 7th grade, that I was going to like give all I got to actually become something, I wouldn't be where I am today. I'm not going to be like I'm the best guy ever, but in my class I'm the fastest one. I can run the longest. I have the best condition, and I'm not the strongest one because we have people that go to the gym and stuff like that. I did that before, but I stopped because I got a little bit addicted to it, and I didn't like it so much. But yeah, and I'm like my goal was to be the fastest one and the one to like win the races and stuff like that, and to prove to myself I was good. And in the end, when I was still playing handball under all these years, and when I was going to 9th grade, I was going to train with the guys that was one age above me and the one in my age, and we were going to go out running, and we were going to run, I think it was like 7 kilometers or something like that, and I was the one that came in first, and that was a huge fucking goal for me, because we hadn't been running a single time under that whole period in the, like that, and I was the guy that came first, and you could guess it, I was freaking happy. Because from being the last guy to the first guy is an insane feeling, and all this was because I pushed myself really hard. I really wanted something, and that just is amazing. To be honest, if I look back at it now, I think it's amazing that I really did that. I achieved this, and then the second thing is that I really wanted when I got a moped. And I really wanted a moped because it was cool. I was a cool guy, and I got my white Reju RRX 50cc, whatever, and I loved it, but I thought I wanted something else. I wanted a bigger bike. So the next step is A1 motorcycle, or in Swedish lätt MC, which is a 125cc motorcycle with 15 horsepower. Who follow that rule? And I asked my parents, like, couldn't you pay for that? And they're like, no, we're not going to do that because it costed shit ton. So they said you have to work yourself to get that, and they thought like he's never going to get that. That's impossible. He's never going to manage to do that. So I set a goal, a big fucking goal to get that motorcycle, just to prove to everybody that I actually could, and I really, really wanted it. So that summer, between the ninth grade and to the ninth grade and to the, what can I say, to the first grade, to the bigger high school, whatever you can call it, I worked a lot. I worked more than when an adult does when he on a full-time job. I worked more than that. I worked like 3 hours more like each week, or something like that. It's not much, but for a kid or a child or whatever you can call me, a teenager, to work more than a full-time job at my age is a lot. So as you probably know or could figure out, I got a lot of money, and a lot of my friends were pretty impressed. I got almost double what most of my friends did, and that's a lot. And I got myself a driver license. I bought my gear, which I have by there, and I did everything, all this, just to get that. And I thought that just under that summer I would be able to get my motorcycle, but it was more expensive than I expected, and I had to work this summer too. That's why I haven't been making videos, and I've been sick, and for the first time in 6 years, I've been sick, and but this year I continued with the same job. I didn't work as much. I worked like 100 hours less than the year before, but I really need my time this year. I needed some free time, because working as much as I did last year is not good for you. Because you get a lot of stress, and I couldn't spend any time with my girlfriend, or not a lot. She hated that I worked that much, but she understood me. She did work as much too, because she was going on a trip to Thailand with me, which we managed to do. But so I gained all these. I worked so hard, so I got the money from this summer too, and I barely managed to get my motorcycle. And my parents helped me with, like, let's see, they have supported me with like $300. And $300 is not a lot. If you think about it, I can tell you this, my motorcycle and everything like that have costed me like $6,000, if I'm not mistaken my calculations. Let me just quickly, yeah, about $6,000, $5,500, something like that. And to quid, it would be 40 or 4,000 quid, and that's a lot of money for me to just work. And I get, because I only got $300, or like wait, how much is that? That's 200 quid from my parents. It's not a lot, so I got a lot of money, and now I got it. I just set my goals to get it, and I actually did get it. And in the end, I'm one of three guys I know who got it, and I'm the only one who paid for it myself. There's nobody I freaking know who made 4,000 quid in 2 years in my age with working. I understand the people that that's like really famous on YouTube, that make a lot of money like all the year around. But if you get a summer job and you work, nobody I've ever known or heard of made this much money. And that was all because I had a goal. I had a goal in life that I really wanted this motorcycle. And the goal, I didn't really want this one as much as I wanted to get in shape. But to get in shape took me 3 years, or no, almost 2 years. It took about 2 years. And it just proves. I would just say that if you want to achieve something, you need to set your goals, and you really need to, you really need to wanting it, or to be wanting it, because you can't just say like, oh, I want to be a YouTube star, I want to be real famous, and yeah, I'm going to make bank. That's not how it works. If you want something, you need to be working hard with it. You can't put out like a video a week and like, I'm going to do a let's play and play like one video each week, and if you do that for a year, you'll have like 300 videos out. But if I'm honest, I think you will get almost nowhere. I'm not a good like. I'm not good. I'm not. I was going to say I'm not a good guy, but I am. But if I'm going to say it like this, if I really wanted to grow big on YouTube, I wouldn't be making like one video a month, like I'm doing now. If I wanted to grow big and really wanting to be that guy that grows big, I would make a video like each day, and I would listen to. I do listen to you guys, and I would listen to what everybody said, and I would improve my things, and I would really go to the next level, and I will put out so much time just to get that. So yeah, that's all I have to say today. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope you learned something. And as I said, if you want to reach your goals, if you want to reach something, just set your goals and go for it, or else you can't make it. That's all I have to say. Good luck. And this has been Daxer / Albin talking to you. Have a good day.